at Alex's house. He's from Todd and the Book of Pure Evil,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I just fell in love with this show like a month ago, and I went
A
I
month
needed
ago?
I needed to watch everything because it just came on Netflix, and then I found out it was canceled.
Yeah. I heard we got a bunch more viewers from Netflix, which I had no idea of previously.
And so I saw I guess it was when did you hear that it was canceled?
Oh man, close to a year ago now, actually.
And like I heard that you made a like a Save Todd Facebook page.
That was, well, not me personally, but the producers of the show and some of the fans are, they made a petition, and I still don't think they've they've reached the minimum number that they were going for. Unfortunately, yeah, but I don't know. People seem to be, finding the show and what have you. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's not a like a weird show in the sense of for what it is, because if you take it for what it is, I mean it's just fantastic. But just the way it like I found out about it was somebody told me to check it out, then someone else told me to check it out, and so I decided to, and it wasn't less than like a couple days where I've watched everything because it's so easily accessible through Netflix. And when I think just trying to get the word out there, because once someone watches the first couple episodes, I think that they're all in. Like, how do you feel about that? Like,
Yeah, that's generally the generally the response that we've gotten. People seem to sort of warm up to it, I guess. After, I think people were just sold on the first episode. If you're into metal and horror and that sort of genre, but if not, I think just the absolute insanity of the show will pull you in after a couple episodes. I always tell people to watch the musical, because even if it's not really,
you're kind of cutting in and out
um,
right now. I don't know how well you can hear us or if we're choppy. Usually when someone calls in, it's like we're choppy and they're not. I don't know what's happening here. So I guess I'm going to try to call you back.
I can hear you guys okay. Am I really choppy?
It was going in and out. It seems to be fine right now. So it's like one of those things. Don't move. Don't move it. It'll be okay. Now, with what you were saying with the show and its exposure, I mean, it was in like I heard that it went to Fear. What's that? The TV station in the U.S. It's like
FearNet?
FearNet, yeah. And then it went to the UK. I don't see why it would just kind of stagnate and stifle off where they would just be like, okay, let's cancel it. It seems like it was growing from that point.
Yeah. I don't think that necessarily had to do so much with those networks. I think that was more. I don't know how much I can say about. I don't really know too much about it, but I do know that we were dropped by, or not dropped. I guess that's not the political term. The network that had us on initially chose not to renew us for a third season, and I just think it's a thing like FearNet and the other networks that picked us up didn't really have the kind of money necessary to put together a third season. I don't really know too much about it. Yeah, but that's the sort of the impression I got. But they worked really hard at like getting the show exposure, and everyone who kind of took the show on really liked it and have had a good response from people regarding it. So
It seems like just by
yeah.
watching it, it looks like it's just a hell of a lot of fun
Yeah,
just
it really
to do.
does.
I mean, I can't imagine just
Yeah,
being paid for that.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. People always ask us, is it a total blast, and you kind of hear that from every show that it's the best time they've ever had. But I say this with no ounce of falseness, that Todd is hands down the most fun I've ever had on a show. It's just like we'd show up at work and we just knew that we were going to be laughing our asses off all day, working with like Jason and Chris and the other guys like Mel, Maggie, and Bill, and we just had fun, you know. It's such a wacky show that we just got to do whatever we wanted. Well, not whatever whatever we kind of wanted, you know, Penis Monster.
Yeah, that was great. Just
Twins,
how weird it kind of got sometimes, where it's like, this guy has the smallest dick to now he has a talking dick.
I just saw that episode today. Fucking freaked me out.
Why? You got excited?
I don't know. It looked a little bit like that plant from Barbershop of Horrors.
Barbershop of Horrors? Little Shop of
Oh
Horrors?
yeah. What's its name? I forget.
Audrey 2?
This is geek stuff. Audrey?
Audrey 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It had like the same accent too. No, not really.
No, it was like a French.
Yeah.
Well, I assume just French Canadian.
It was supposed to be, well, not necessarily Canadian, but we did do a French accent for the penis. I actually voiced the Penis Monster.
Really?
Everything that is like sort of like a manifestation of the book, I voiced. Like I did the homunculus, I did the baby, I also did the Penis Monster. I can't remember if there's anything else.
So that's what I would be telling everyone.
That was all me.
So I would just walk around. Guess what? I'm a penis monster. Now it is different in the with our like culturally. It's a little different just by I'm talking about just television. I mean, like I can see that being made in America, like on a Showtime or HBO, just because of the language and some of the things that they dealt with. I guess penis monster, but in the U.S. It was weird because I saw it was associated with Sci-Fi and then FearNet, and those are basic cable shows here, and they tend to follow the rules or the rule of you can't say fuck and stay away from saying cock too much.
I think at the beginning, like when we first shot the pilot, we got a list of words that we couldn't say, and one of them was cock, and the other one was retard, and I'm pretty sure the guys, like the writers of the show, tried to find some way. Oh yeah, no. Initially, they were gonna have a French teacher named Mr. Cotard, like CockTard, and and then that didn't end up happening for I think obvious reasons. And then they just I don't know. We got away with saying cock all the time, because I say it in the Cock Monster episode.
Yeah.
I say your cock is killing me.
Yeah.
And then. Yeah, I forget, but we also had to do clean versions of everything for like an earlier broadcast.
Really?
And so we really had fun with that. We would just say words like, instead of cock, it would be jock, I think. Like, we didn't even try to make it sound remotely.
Oh, so it's like Scarface, where, like, what were you telling me the other day, Roach?
Oh, like how'd you get the scar from eating pussy? They just replace it with pineapple.
For eating pineapple?
Yeah, stuff like that, yeah.
How do you get
And I think we had to,
pineapple?
like, we said shit, and instead we would just say cheese or something like that.
No, I want to see that. Is there a version of, like, a place where I could see those versions?
Oh, I don't know.
That just sounds fun.
Does it come on the DVD? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, I have no idea. I looked on because like if I'm into something, if I really like something, I'll go in and just watch all the DVD stuff. But I haven't seen like I looked on Amazon, and I guess whatever we have here doesn't have any real features. It says that there's no features for it, so I'm like, fuck. So I was watching things
really?
on like
I'm pretty
YouTube.
sure that the second season has some cool spec features, like behind the scenes stuff. And if not, you check on YouTube. There's my friend James shot this really cool behind the scenes bit called "Blood on the Ceiling," which is a pretty good look what it was like shooting though.
Yeah, I started watching those like the other day. Yeah, those are pretty great. Now going back to like with the show and it being I don't want to say just saying that it's Canadian. It doesn't feel like it's culturally Canadian. Yeah, but you do get a little here and there. Like I feel like in Atticus's voice, he has a little bit of like a
Holy
weird
shit!
accent.
Sorry. Oh, I'm having technical difficulties. What the? Oh, you guys have this. I'm watching the feed as I'm listening to you guys.
Oh, and it just jumped into a commercial.
So the ad just came on. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Would you mind saying that again?
With like Atticus, like I was gonna go somewhere else, but I'm just gonna cut that question in half because it's too long. Are his teeth fake?
That's a weird question.
Sorry, what? You totally cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is the worst interview ever. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. It's not. I've had worse.
I've had worse too. Atticus, his teeth, are they fake?
Who, Chris's?
Yeah. Because when
not to my knowledge. That's very good. I could ask him. I don't know. Maybe they are.
Because like when I was watching it, like after like him being on screen for so long, I started to focus like that's all I see are his teeth. And then when he got skinny, it got really weird.
Focus on because they're so nice or.
Well, they're like individually perfectly defined. It's weird.
You know, people's teeth really look like that sometimes.
I don't believe that. They look like piano keys.
I'll tell him you said that. I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that. I don't think they are fake. Like, they didn't give him dentures on set or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
But if he does have work done, I don't know if he'll tell me. I could find out, though. We'll see.
Say people in America are saying that he has perfect teeth.
Well, that's kind of weird. That'd be really weird if he actually did have work done and you somehow knew. Like, you just...
I sensed it.
Yeah, that's weird. You have a knack for teeth, man.
I guess. I don't know.
You should be a dentist.
Went into the wrong field. So again, we're talking to Alex House. He's the star from Todd and the Book of Pure Evil. How'd you get that gig?
Basically, in Toronto, where I'm from, you got an agent, and they get a breakdown for a TV series or whatever, and then they submit their clients, and I was one of the ones that my agent submitted, and they had me come in, and I read for the show, and I remember the first time I've told this story a couple of times, but I think it's always funny. Craig David Wallace was sitting there, and he's the showrunner. And if you know what he looks like, he kind of looks like Rasputin. Like, he has like a handlebar mustache and like really long hair. You know, he's covered in tattoos and stuff like that. And he was sitting there, and I was like, "Who's this guy? Like some fucking camera guy, assistant, whatever." And they were like, "Yep, this is the showrunner." And I was like, "Oh shit!" So I quickly pulled my act together, and I read for them. And I guess I did a good enough job that they had me come back and read with potential castmates. So I read with another guy who was reading for Curtis's role, a different girl who was reading for Jenny's role, and then I also read with Maggie and Bill. And we, I think, had the best chemistry because we ended up doing another audition for like network executives and ended up booking the role. I think we heard like a month after that we were going to be doing, and this was just for the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
So we shot the pilot, and then we waited a year to find out if we were going to be picked up for a series or not. And then we were picked up for a series, and then we went from there.
Now, did you see? I'm assuming that the pilot was made because of the short film.
Yeah.
And had you seen that?
No, not. I mean, that was their kind of their goal, like a long time. I mean, they did the short film like it's got to be like 9 years ago now.
Really?
And then they were working on an idea for the pilot for a long time. And then I think the pilot just got made because the network liked the pilot. I don't think it had much to do with original short.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because like I saw that there was a short film and it says it was based off of the short film, and I didn't really take a chance to really stab at looking at it. I did see that was made a decent while ago. Did you happen to see it before, or when you heard the project was what it was? Did you try to look or seek it out before you did the audition?
No, but I remember actually hearing about Todd in the Book of Pure Evil, the short, like a long time ago, around the time that it came out, and it sounded like a pretty cool project. And I was like, oh man, that sounds awesome. And then, you know, fast forward to 7 years later, they're doing a TV series of it, and I was like, oh cool, I want to audition for this. So it was just like a bit of, you know, like a little bit of a serendipitous occasion with that. But yeah, no, I didn't actually check out. Did I watch the short? No, I tried not to because my friend Steve was playing. Who plays one of the metal dudes is actually Todd in the original short, and I didn't want his performance to sort of like influence mine because they're very different. He plays like a much darker, like melancholy sort of Todd, and mine's just like I think a little dumber than his.
It's
and,
blissfully ignorant.
So, sorry?
I would say blissfully ignorant sometimes.
Yeah, poor guy. But yeah, I didn't want. I didn't really want to be influenced by that in any way, because it was sort of like a fresh start at the character. So I didn't want to, basically shit on his rendition, and I also wanted to kind of, start something new.
And the show, like, I really like the show, and the music in the show is just fucking fantastic. There is just something about it, like you can tell that, like, not just energy was put into it, but someone wanted to do good music. I forgot the guy's name. What was it? It was Sean Pierce.
Sean Pierce, he's genius. Like, he's brilliant. I was always blown away by. Well, I think he composed all the music. Our writer Charles Pico wrote all the lyrics to all the songs, and they're pretty hysterical. One of the ones that actually doesn't get heard too much is Hurt, which is Jenny's boyfriend in the first episode sings it at the talent show. And it's like the douchiest song ever. It's so good. It's like talking about, I don't know, he mixes in like hamburger meat as one of the lyrics.
Yeah, I actually heard that today, like the whole song, because I went and downloaded like the soundtracks, because I'm like, we'll just play all Todd songs today. Like during break, in between breaks. So after the interview, what I'll do is I'll play "Hurt" in its entirety so everyone can hear that, and then I guess,
nice.
And then the station that owns the TV Todd and the Book of Pure Evil can sue me, so it'd be wonderful.
I don't think they'll do that.
We'll see.
I mean, they need the money, but no, I'm sorry. And this dude who follows me on Twitter, this really cool dude, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Nebe, but he says that there's edited versions of Todd and the Book of Pure Evil, and they're shown on Much Music in Canada. So I don't know if you guys can get a hold of that, but if you can, that's where you could see the edited versions.
All right. Now the like going back to the music, how is it, like, are you a person that's just like, do you sing, or was it just like completely auto-tuned, and was it awkward to do those scenes? Because for me, I think I would just be just awkward and clunky, and people would be like, this guy has like, I have no soul. That's what it is. I'm basically white on the inside.
I can't really sing. You know who can sing? Mel. Mel can sing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't talk about her at all.
We all did our own singing for the show.
Mm-hmm.
I used to sing when I was younger, and I didn't really continue. And so when they were like, yeah, we're doing a musical episode, here are the songs. You have a week to learn them, and we're going to record them on a Saturday. Like, all of them on a Saturday. I think my performance sort of speaks for itself. But Mel is like absolutely, like, she did all her own singing as well, and she's just spectacular. And Bill actually has a really nice voice too, and Maggie fucking rocked it. But I was auto-tuned a bit for sure, and that's what I sound like even with auto-tune. So I'm not too proud of that.
But the music and the songs and the performance, because I know it's kind of like, it's not 100% perfected because of like time constraints, I'm pretty sure, but you can see what, like, the way that it was done is just, it just makes everything just, it's funny. The music is great, and like Jason Mewes' part on that one song about being horny like the devil is just, it's just funny.
Yeah, see, I tried to make up for my lack of singing in hip thrusting dance moves, which are all mine, by the way. I always tell people that. Those I didn't get a dance choreographer, and some of my friends are like, yeah, it's pretty fucking obvious that you didn't. And I'm like, no, that was all me. So I'm pretty proud of that.
Like, I impregnated the air.
Yes.
Now, what was it like working with Jason Mewes?
Jason? He's like kind of the man. I grew up watching Kevin Smith movies, and so, I actually I wished when I was a younger kid that like Kevin Smith would make a movie and like I could get cast as like the third member of the gang and stuff like that. And so working with him was, I don't really get starstruck. Like, I've worked with some pretty cool actors who, throughout my career. And Jason, like, I was really, the first I did to him was I was up in the bleachers of the gym where we were shooting, and I looked at him and I was like, oh, Jason Mewes is on set. Oh my God, it's Jason Mewes. What should I do? And so like I mimed masturbating at him, and he just turned away. I was like, fuck. I was like, it's over. He's never gonna talk to me again. And then I told him later. I was like, yeah, I was doing that, and he was like, yeah, I wasn't sure if that was for me or for someone else. And I was like, what? Of course it was for you. Anyway, so yeah, it was pretty funny. But like, that's how starstruck I was. That's what I thought the best idea would be, is to pretend that I was jerking off at him.
You're sitting there. Maybe that might not have been the best thing to do at the moment.
No,
Well, I thought, because given his like, he's so filthy in real life. Like, his sense of humor is probably, like, I'd say worse than his characters. I thought it was actually a pretty safe bet, but then he just gave me no reaction, and I was pretty fucked up. I was pretty awkward about it afterwards. I was like, oh my God, what have I done?
See, if someone did that to me, I would look at them and put my hand out and yell, no, like the world is going to end if they finish.
Yeah, he would have been well within his rights to.
No, stop!
Save it for later.
Now with the show and its cancellation, I know that there's like you said earlier that they made like pages, and there was a petition. Like, where would I go if I wanted to add my name to the petition?
If you want to add your name to the Save Todd petition, I think they're reminding people that it exists like every 5 minutes on Twitter, as well as the Facebook page. I think there's like, you can like Todd on Facebook or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like change.org or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I found it right now.
It's got like 4,000. Sorry?
Yeah, I pulled it up right now. It has about 8,833 supporters.
Wow.
Oh, holy shit. I think their goal was for 5,000, so they obviously passed that, and then they're just chugging along. That's awesome.
See, I would like the show to get picked up, and like, even if it's not with the same, like, if you get the same people, like, you do a whole Futurama thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think people keep asking me, is the show done? Is the show done? And I think it is, but at the same time, the reason that Craig and the other, the other showrunners and producers haven't posted, how the show was going to end on Facebook or something like that, is because I think they want to completely exhaust every single other option before it happens.
Mm-hmm.
I think if in the event that the show doesn't get picked up in some medium, whether it's like a comic book or, a made-for-TV movie or something like that, you guys will get closure. That's what Craig has said. He said that, he will post it online. He'll say what was going to happen and stuff like that. And that's why I've kept my mouth shut, because I know I know what happens to Todd at the end of the series.
And
I can't tell anyone.
Well, I would hope you wouldn't. And I don't want to ruin anything for anybody, so as we talked about the show when I first found it, and we talked about it on the show, was I was always trying to keep as little information out as possible so people would be surprised when they came to it. But what I liked about the show was at the end of each season, it seemed like you can't go back to the way it was before. Everything's completely fucking different.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about it. It was really original with that.
Yeah, it's such a shame that. Oh, sorry, I can't. There's a time delay again. Sorry, you were saying?
Oh no, I was done.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, and that was what was such a shame about it was, like, we ended season 1, and I remember finishing season 1, shooting it, and I was so excited about what was going to happen, because I didn't know, really. I just knew that everything was going to be different, and, I'd tried to kill Curtis, and, I'm getting closer and closer to my seemingly unavoidable destiny. And then season 2, I'm not going to say what happens, obviously, because maybe there's some people out there who haven't seen it yet. But man, I sort of know what happens a little bit, but yeah, that was kind of a bummer, because that was quite the epic cliffhanger, I would say.
Because I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm just staring at my TV because I was already heard that it was canceled. I was really angry. I was like, this isn't right. This is wrong. And I can see where you could kind of do something where like walk away from it, but
Charmin's trying to sell me stuff.
Don't squeeze it. Don't do it.
Okay.
Mr. Ripple
Here.
will get mad.
Okay, I told Charmin to go away.
Good.
Sorry, you were saying?
What was I saying? Oh, I was just saying like how mad I was about the end of the season. And I think I was not lucky, but I felt, it is nice when you can sit down and watch, go through a couple episodes real quick, because it is on Netflix, and let's say it does get picked up, you guys somehow you bring it back and you got the new episode starting up. I think I'm gonna be just as angry because I can't go through all the episodes just like that, because we're one of those kind of like our culture is boom 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 boom, we want everything now.
Yeah.
But I mean, people wait for Breaking Bad.
Well, yeah. Actually, I didn't see the last season of Breaking Bad because I'm waiting until everything's wrapped up so I can just do it all together.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's an interesting point you make.
But the show Todd and the Book of Pure Evil is available on Netflix. You can get it on Amazon. They have like the episodes where you can order them on their demand service, and DVD.
I don't know where they sell them though. Like Best Buy
Maybe.
or like Walmart.
I think I would assume that it's in Canada. I don't know about America. I don't know if we have one yet, because sometimes they delay those or whatnot. I'm not sure. You would think that I would be a little bit more prepared with that information.
No, I know it definitely does. It definitely was on sale in the States because I needed to get a copy of the DVD season 2, and I posted it on Twitter. I said, "Hey, does anyone have a copy of season 2?" And all these people were like, "What? How come you don't have it?" And I was like, "Look, I worked on the show. I don't need to own it. Okay, give me a break." And
They should
I
just
needed
give
it
it to you
because
for
I was
free.
going to use it for a demo reel thing. And then this really cool guy named Cam like tweeted me and he was like, "Hey man, I'm in Los Feliz. Come and get it." And so I went, and he assaulted me sexually, and it was not pleasant.
But did you have to pay for the DVD?
Yeah, I had to pay for it in a way.
In a way, so I guess it works out.
You know what I mean? Oh God.
So you can also go to the Save Todd petition on change.org. You just type in Save Todd petition, and it's pretty much the first one that comes up. And it says it needs 167 more supporters. So I mean that'd be easy.
Yeah, it's not very much.
Well, what is the goal of that one? Is it to? Because I'm pretty sure that Space has said that they're not going to do it. So I'm not sure what that petition does. I say people to like the Facebook page more and follow the book on Twitter and just word of mouth stuff really has been proven to be beneficial for us.
Yeah.
Well, the petition itself, I guess the goal is 9,000.
Well, I think the goal is to show, hey, look at all these people that want this show back, and then it'll show them. But I mean, I don't see why you couldn't go somewhere else.
Like I get that, but it's like it's taken forever, and I don't know. I'd say stick more to like putting that shit on Tumblr. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. That's my 2 cents. I think that putting it because I don't know. I'm kind of more. I think that things like viewers on Netflix and stuff like that stuff speaks volumes, and I think that's really good. And I'm glad you guys watch it, and I appreciate the shout outs and all that stuff. It's really useful.
Well, thanks for calling in. Sorry that the quality was as shitty as it was, and Charmin tried to sell you some shit. But we tried to wipe your shit, anyways.
We don't support them.
Nope, I don't use Charmin. I don't use anything. Go have
It
a
looks
good day.
really like it's 2 talking bears though, and they look like they know what they're talking about. I imagine bears, take pretty big
Dumps.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're adorable too. Is it talking bears?
They're pretty cute, I
Yeah.
gotta say.
And they're delicious, yeah.
I've never had bear. Is it
What?
good?
I'm just kidding. I don't have no idea. I just imagine they taste like chicken, but
Then eat chicken. All right. So thanks for calling in the evil one. We're going to be promoting the show more just because I'm such a big fan of it. And we're going to play I Hurt from Quarterback. I guess it was that was written by.
Oh yeah, they're called Quarterback. That's awesome.
that was a fake band in the show.
Yeah, and then I gotta tell you guys a really funny story, real quick.
Okay.
Sorry. So the guy who plays in the band Quarterback, who plays Jenny's boyfriend, they were sort of like giving him a character breakdown, and they're like, we need you to be like super douchey, like maybe like your character was on Canadian Idol or something like that. You know what I mean? And it turned out the guy actually was on Canadian Idol. But he's the sweetest dude. He turned out to be like the coolest dude ever. It was funny because he played a douchebag so well, but he was like one of the nicest guys ever. It was just, I just thought that was pretty funny.
That'd be funny. It just humbled him. He's sitting there like, you think I'm a douche?
He's not listening, but if he gets a whiff of it, for the record, I thought he was a douche at first, but then, whatever.
All right. Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Talk to you guys soon, hopefully.
No
Yeah,
problem.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna be playing "I Hurt" again from it's from Todd. It's from Todd and the Book of Pure Evil, and this is a song by a fake band called Quarterback. It's written by Charles Pico and Michael Olick, and I hope that's his whole name. You know when it's cut off? Nope. Olick Shiv and Sean Pierce.
I hurt. Don't you know how much I hurt? I hurt for real. My hurt I feel. I hurt for you. I can't get you out of my head. I can't sleep alone in a bed. Can barely breathe or speak or move. I wanna hide away in my mother's womb. Oh my God, here it comes again. The tears, the screams, the pain. I'm drowning in an avalanche of rain, and I wish I could make it go away, but the hurt I have for you is here to stay. I walk the lonely, dead-end streets in search of beer and hamburger meat. Feels like I'm one of those endangered species. I got no home and I'm diseased. Oh my God, here it comes again. The tears, the screams, the pain. I'm drowning in an avalanche of rain. I wish I could make it go away, but the hurt I have for you is here to stay. And I hurt, and I hurt. Don't you know how much I hurt? I hurt for real. My hurt I feel, and I hurt for you.
The way radio should have been, the Wedge Radio Network.